there, mister. Welcome to the Studio
Whoa
Low 5
there,
Gaming
boy.
Podcast. Low 5 Gaming. My name is Luke, or you can call me Arthur today. This is my brother Alex.
Hey there, fella.
Hey there, mister. And we're, we played some Red Dead. We're excited. Please check out the website.
Low5gaming.com.
Join the Discord.
We've got an invite there for the Discord. We got all our social links. We've got some additional content outside of the podcast coming soon, which is exciting.
Easy there, boy.
Whoa.
Don't forget to tell them to share with their friends now.
But yeah, share us with your friends.
No, don't.
Don't keep us to yourself. You know,
This
we have
is
a
your
limited supply.
podcast now.
We only do this thing monthly, so don't tell anybody. Just catch us on the 15th or whenever you want to listen. Savor it. Or share with your friends, because that helps us as an independent podcast.
Right. But, join the gang, Dutch and the boys. This is the Vanderlyn party right now.
Snag yourself some merch.
Oh, yeah.
We got some hoodies, some beanies, but it's summer now, so we're about to drop some tees, maybe get some stickers on there.
Speedos.
And then, all of that. The thing about merch
Tramp
is
stamps.
we make a little bit, but not a much off of it. But basically, everything we do make on it goes right back into the pod. So if you buy a tee, it's great because, that's showing the world your love for us. But then we're also able to put it back towards the pod a little bit. So it's much appreciated.
Get a t-shirt so someone can come up to you and go, hey there, mister. It's a very sharp-looking shirt you're wearing. What's that mean?
Yeah. And then you can tell them.
It's all right.
It's all right. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hell yeah. You wanna read that overview?
Yeah, we got some knowledge.
Hit him with some knowledge. Give him who doesn't understand all of our really annoying Arthur Morgan jokes right now. Hit him with some base info.
Yes, I will. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is a 2018 action-adventure game developed and published by Rockstar Games. The game is the third entry in the Red Dead series and the prequel to the 2010 game Red Dead Redemption. The story is set in 1899 and follows the exploits of outlaw Arthur Morgan,
Hey there.
a member of the Vanderlyn gang, in a fictionalized representation of the Western, Midwestern, and Southern United States. Arthur must deal with the decline of the Wild West while attempting to survive against government forces, rival gangs, and other adversaries.
Definitely hits the sweet spot of brooding protagonists.
Oh,
so,
man.
you have your Witcher, you have your Mandalorian grunts and such, and now you can have your Arthur Morgan. I guess.
Hey there, mister.
Hey there.
This game was released for PS4 and Xbox One on October 26, 2018. Came out for the Windows on November 5th, 2019, roughly a year later. And on Stadia on November 19th, 2019. And I just think that's funny because Stadia is fucking garbage.
As extinct as the cowboy lifestyle within Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, man, I tell you what. And recently there are now surfacing rumors that there's a next-gen remaster coming out.
You can totally trust those with Rockstar, by the way.
Oh,
they
man.
definitally deliver on those.
I hope they do. Here's the thing,
No
though.
drama.
This game is beautiful already, but if they drop a little next gen remaster, like update, kind of like they did with what's that walking sim?
Death Stranding.
Yeah. So that one's got a little one. I haven't bought it yet because it's like that again is also another beautiful game. I'm curious to see what they do.
It'd be cool. I mean, we could get into the graphics later. The graphics were gorgeous upon release and now, but there's like some frame rate stuff and there's some like motion stuff where it gets a little clunky from time to time. So I've been thinking like on the new gen, if they're ever available, it'd look pretty friggin' sweet. And especially if they did the reskin treatment to Red Dead Redemption 1, that'd be pretty sick.
Mind you, this is considered to be one of the best games ever made. That's my last little note that I wanted to throw out there.
Is this one or yeah, which is like, so this is my second time playing it, your first time. Chose the game. I've always wanted you to play it. We played Red Dead together, Red Dead Redemption 1 together.
Correct, yeah.
Back in the day. I loved it when it came out, but I didn't quite agree with it being one of the best ever, and I would have told you that Red
interesting.
Dead Redemption 1 was better.
Okay.
But that also, it's one of those classic situations where it's like, the best band of all time happens to be the band that was really popular when I was a junior in high school.
Sure.
Because I was like a junior to senior in high school when Red Dead Redemption came out on the PS3.
That's correct.
And
yeah.
it was sick.
And that was 2010 was when that released, and we probably got that relatively soon after release, right?
Yeah,
hadn't been on
absolutely.
the market for too long.
No, we definitely had that right away. It was super huge deal, and then Rockstar's been working
Yeah.
on the follow-up pretty much forever since. Hot take, I think I like it as my favorite Rockstar game.
Ooh,
Above any of the Grand Theft
Interesting,
Autos.
yeah.
Little less A little less cartoonish, a little bit more
Yeah.
realistic as far as, I mean, they're both epic simulations, and we'll get into the simulation part of
Totally.
this later, but it's a Wild West sim.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, but Red Dead Revolver is the first game in the series. They came out for PS2 and Xbox back in 2004, and I don't know anything about that game.
No, I think that game very much crawled so these games
Right.
could walk.
From what I do know about that game and what I've read is that it's been suggested that it takes place in a separate universe. It's very like Marvel of them to
Sure.
say.
On the second timeline where John Marston survives.
Slowly. But there's also parts of the lore where there's crossover. But essentially, all you need to know is this game. If you were to go back and play Revolver, it's just not connected to the other two.
Sure.
And the other two are very closely connected because it's, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to the story in Red Dead 1.
Yeah, so the main protagonist of 1 is John Marston. You get introduced to him right away, and he's a part of your traveling gang.
Right.
And then Dutch Vanderlyn is definitely, I don't remember 100% what role he plays, but you either hunt him down or entangle him in Red Dead Redemption, but he's like your
Right.
father figure
Yes.
in 2.
Yeah,
And you
and
are...
the premise of Red Dead 1 is, like you said, you're John Marston, who's this former outlaw whose family is kidnapped, and he has to hunt down the surviving members of his former gang, and that's the gang that you're basically
Yeah, well,
a
the
part of.
government basically forces him to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. That the game, like, I have very fond memories of it, and it's been a long time since I actually played that game, dude, but that was back, there was a stretch of time where we were both back in the parents' basement.
Sure. Perfect time to play some cowboy
Dude,
sim.
it was funny because I had a couple stints on Red Dead 2 here where I'd play into the wee hours of the morning, right?
That definitely would be a flashback to your
Dude,
original.
I tell you what, Red Dead 1,
I'd
like,
go to bed to get to school in the morning, and I'd wake up, and Al would be like, "Oh, let me tell you what I got into." And I was like, "Bro, I'm going to school. I'll see you later."
right? Such a fantastic game, though.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, I really like Rockstar Games, and that's I don't think that's a controversial statement, but I do know that people have their gripes.
Sure.
But for whatever, I mean, the reason being is this: I just love the open worldness of them, but they do it in a slightly different way than some of the other open world games. I don't know, man. Like, there's just something about it. There's something about the Rockstar game that I really like, and I tend to agree with you that Red Dead 2 like could be. I might like it more than Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but I already have like controversial Grand Theft Auto takes where I don't like 5 as much as 4. And
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
the internet doesn't agree with that as it is. But anyway, this game's been out, what was it, 2017, 18? I played it upon release and loved it and would run around with my buddy Carter at work just going, easy there. Or when kids would start yelling at us, go, it's all right. And it would even talk to my boss about it all the time. We all played it just a ton, and it was like very much part of the zeitgeist. It was one of your classic fall releases. It was just a huge deal. There was some controversy around like Studio Crunch. I think that's when those conversations really started to peak. Or maybe not peak, but as much as that started to become more of a mainstream journalism topic. I mean, Rockstar was definitely guilty of that. But
100-hour weeks, from what I read.
yeah, and like you can see why. I mean, the hype to this game was hilarious because it was a lot of like, this game is going to be so realistic. Your horse's testicles are going to shrink when it's cold, bro. And there would be like screenshots of like showing you the different temperatures affecting the horse testicles, and
It
like
doesn't. That's not real, is it?
100%.
I did not know. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, and it's like, so that was the hype leading into the game.
horses be pooping all the time, though, which is, I think, is hilarious.
Yeah, and the game's just, it has its faults, but like overall, the game is just a marvel. And like you can get into, there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Sure.
I'll definitely say for you horse files. What do you, equestrians out there? Like I remember talking to a buddy's girlfriend who was playing, and she was just like, I just play it as a horse sim. I just have this relationship with my horse, and we just I'm like,
It's all right.
it's all right.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much horse. There's a lot of stuff with the horses in this game.
Great time. But anyway, so I really wanted to make Al play it because this is how you get him to play these long games, particularly as you peer pressure him into making it into the pod, and then he has a timeline, and then he has to play till 3 in the morning, and then he gets halfway through the game, which is enough for him to talk about.
Dude, I put 32 hours into this game over the course of the month, and it's a game, it's just where we are today.
I probably put in 15 hours fishing, but continue.
That's just where we are today with backlogs and everything. There's all these awesome games out there, and you know, you want to play them all.
You also
just
did
have so much
not-
time.
You haven't had a console other than the Switch forever.
Right.
And then you got this on PC on sale at some point. So you've been waiting for an
Correct.
opportunity
Yeah,
to play.
no,
be fair.
definitely.
When it came out, I don't think you were gaming like that.
No.
And if you were, it was just Switch games. So some things aligned, and I started playing it when we were playing Half-Life. I wanted to play something on the console.
Sure.
So I booted it back up.
Because you've been playing on PS4, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I've just been grinding away on it. I have adored it. I would dare to say I like it better the second time around. So,
right on.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's been an interesting experience for me. I've been playing it on my PC primarily, and it is beautiful because I've got I'm blessed with that NVIDIA 3080 or whatever. So my rig makes it's a really beautiful game. And I was reading something the other day that like. It recently won. You know how people take like go into photo mode in games. Like it recently won like best like photo or whatever. In this year, you know, like
his
there's a new games
knuckles
out.
like bruise when you punch people.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So like people have been able since it came out on PC, people like continued to like just find out.
Interesting.
Someone didn't get to see their kids, so those horse testicles would shrink in the cold.
Someone those horse testicles next time.
Someone.
Except I ride a girl horse, dude. That's probably why I never noticed.
You got the same horse still?
Dude, yeah, I got a story around that.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting with bated breath. But yeah, sick game. Love it on the second time around. Just to wrap up Red Dead Redemption 1, not to bounce around too much,
Sure.
but one thing that was really cool that I always kind of hoped they would do for 2, and I have yet to see it, was they had like, this was when DLC was still really young, but I bought like an like it was a disc DLC.
Right.
That was pretty weird, but I bought the zombie mode, which was
Standalone,
like,
actually.
yeah, and it was it?
Yeah, well, I just read that prior to the pod.
Okay, but I remember, and that was super cool because you'd just be in these old west like forts and stuff, like holding back zombies,
Taking down
revolvers and bolt action rifles.
It's so funny that period of time, 2010-ish or whatever. Zombies like
So edgy.
Dude, zombies hit the video game world so hard. Like
Walking
Call of Duty
Dead was the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, Call of Duty zombies and all that
Zombies,
shit.
yeah.
But dude, because Red Dead has this cool bullet mode.
Deadeye.
Deadeye, that's what it is.
Easy there, boy.
And taking out zombies with a Deadeye. Just using Deadeye in general. I think I actually I like Deadeye better in Red Dead 1. I just remember like really liking it better.
Yeah.
I'm starting to I'm 32 hours into this game and I finally have like figured out the finesse for it or whatever. I think
Yeah.
I've like also it's like got some RPG mechanics to it too, where like the more you use it, like you get different tiers and stuff. So I think it's just like unlocking its potential for me a little bit more.
It feels a bit like a cheat.
Right.
So sometimes, and it's like, I mean, imagine the classic Rockstar shooting mechanics where you just squeeze the trigger real quick and it like auto aims, then you can kind of flick it up a tiny bit to go for a headshot. Like, you feel super overpowered, and then when you get into the Deadeye mode, you can literally line up like 5 headshots in a row.
Do you play?
But-
So on the PS4,
I'm gonna finish this thought.
Yeah, go for it, bud.
But you do feel kind of like Clint Eastwood in one of those movies where you do that standoff, and all of a sudden he's like pew 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 pew, and like
Right.
4 dudes drop, and he's like, no one touched good old Clint. So like, it's cool. My buddy was like, yeah, well, I like to role play that I'm some super ginormous badass who just mows everyone down. I was like, that's fair.
Dude, you're basically the
Shouts
Terminator
out
in this
Carter.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But you were saying before I had to get that Clint Eastwood point out.
Yeah, dude, I was talking to you
Dutch.
about this like on I don't know if it's Discord or just like I was talking to you about it, but I'm playing on PC and with the missions you can get bronze, silver, and gold awarded to you at the end of each mission. Is that the same on PS4?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, and then the reason I bring this up is because the whole Deadeye mode makes it a lot easier to get headshots because it slows everything down. And I noticed that in a lot of the missions, because I'll check because something will pop up and it's like hold the start button or whatever, and you can see like why you got a bronze versus a gold. And it's usually because like I didn't do something in a certain amount of time, or I didn't get. Like I needed to get 15 headshots or something.
Yeah.
And it's like I just go and blast and dude, and like I try to get headshots sometimes, but
I don't know if there's any reward other than your pride.
oh, it's only pride, dude. It's like it's an interesting thing because like it's a weird. I mean, it's not weird, but it's like it's cool. it's that gamer thing where they're like, oh, I could have done better, but it's like, dude, I got to keep progressing.
It
Fuck
lends
that
to
shit.
some playability, I'll give it, or like replayability, I guess is what I
Right,
was going
right.
for there. So that's pretty cool. This game can kind of be broken into 2 very large chunks, which is just one, there is a very intricate, good story with phenomenal voice acting.
Right.
Dutch, I don't know, Dutch. This isn't looking good to me. Oh, Arthur, you're just the silent type. Which the voice acting, although we're gonna make fun of it this whole time, is phenomenal. I wanted to try out a Vanderlyn impersonation, but I'm not ready for that.
Easy there, boy.
Author is like, nope, we're gonna cut all that.
Keeping that in for sure.
But anyway, there's a very fleshed out story with its regular missions, and then there's just this huge Wild West sim where it's like some of the craziest environments you've ever seen. And I mean that in the sense of like a video game environment, but I also mean like the environment. You're just riding, and like I guess you don't have the benefit of this because you're not playing on console, but like my wife will just look over and she'll be like, "Oh my god!" And it'll be like a sun setting, and I'll be like looking at the mountains, and then like a deer will run across the road, and it's like just this crazy intricacies.
Honestly, it might be the most beautiful game I've ever played.
Not even a hot take. You could qualm with all sorts of issues.
The Witcher is really great. Witcher 3 is also beautiful, but this one, like,
I'll have to revisit,
might be.
But this one is just so pretty.
Yeah, but those two, I don't know, like they're right up there, dude. And I have a weird experience with The Witcher 3 where I like played on the Switch and then moved to the PC.
The Switch Witcher 3 is the prettiest game of all time.
But it's funny though because I played a little bit of this on my Steam Deck. So it's basically like
flex,
dude. Well, kind of. So like the Steam Deck, I do love the Steam Deck and everything, but here's the deal: like it's not perfect, right? And for this game, this is a big, beefy game, beautiful game.
Said you get like 45 minutes of gameplay before that.
Yeah, and then it crashes on me, like almost
literally crashes.
Yeah, it just crashes straight up on me. So I can't really
fix your shit, Valve.
Yeah, get it together. But it's one of those games. So Steam's like Valve and Steam, they're rolling out these games and they have like 100% certified to play on the deck, right? This one is not one of those games. Okay. It hasn't like the devs haven't figured it out like where it's going to be perfect yet, you know? So it's like you go in with the expectation that it's not going to be perfect, but it's still cool because I can like sit on my couch or bring it wherever and like, you know, ride around on my horse.
Yeah.
But if I want to like really progress the story and stuff, not a great way to play because I'll be in the middle of a mission and like, I don't know, something will happen where all of a sudden it just crashes out of it and it's like, ugh.
Sure.
So.
And then back to that story, as mentioned in the intro, you're like this traveling gang of bandits. You're kind of like, it's a very familial thing. Like you're led by this very charismatic leader. He's very much, I'm not going to have the words for it, but like, it's quick with his tongue. Let's just put it
Dutch.
that way. Yeah, Dutch.
Got a silver tongue.
And he's very romantic in multiple ways, but also like, hey, we're all a family. Like,
right.
He calls all the people by Mr. or Mrs. like Miss O'Shea and stuff like that, and like all the different cast and characters all kind of have their titles, and they're all very much working together towards this like romantic ideal of like we're living free, and like one last game might as well be titled One Last Score and we're free because
right.
the story, you're trapped in these mountains and you come off of a failed robbery that they don't really explicitly tell you about, but they like trickle in, and you know something has gone wrong. You don't know why it went wrong, but you feel as if maybe someone was tipped off or something catastrophic happened, and like there's some tension between you and a character or two about it, which I won't get too into. And then yeah, you're just trying to survive. So you set up this first campsite at Horseshoe Overlook, and it's really cool. Like, it's kind of annoying that you can't run in camp, you can't have your horse in camp, you can't shoot in the camp, but the camp itself is super cool. Like, these characters are going about their day.
You got to walk around camp, too.
Yeah, you can do chores, bro, if you need to be chopping wood.
Dude, I
or
chop some wood sometimes.
I bale some hay.
Yeah.
And then, like, but it's so cool, and you have your little spot, and, like, I mean, let's just call this game what it is, Facial Hair Simulator 2018. Dude. Nothing gives me more gratification than trimming down his beard to just leave his pristine mustache that I've played with this entire playthrough.
Dog, I've got I think you brought that up, and I was like, I want to grow a stash, too.
Yeah.
So I do the same. I grow out, and I'm about chapter 4, and there's a part in the story, it's very, throw it back to the Half-Life, but there's like a cutscene or whatever where you get stripped of all your stuff. Basically, the rival gang like attacks you or whatever, and
those fucking O'Driscolls.
Yeah, the O'Driscolls, they mess you up pretty bad.
Kill me an O'Driscoll or two.
And I had already had a solid stash going or whatever, but as the story goes, he escapes whatever, or Arthur escapes, your character, and then it's like a few weeks have passed.
Yeah, you recover.
Right, to recover.
Because you were like tortured and stuff.
You get super messed up. Cool roll out of the story and stuff. But anyways, I bring this up though because he had this massive beard and my mustache was even bigger by then.
Yeah.
So I trimmed down the beard and the mustache is looking so good, dude. But I'm like a level 6 or 7 mustache. I can't remember out of 10.
I think, yeah.
And
But trust me, the mustache shit is so cool,
dude. But you need it's definitely long enough now, and I've unlocked different areas of the map where I can go to the barber and get different mustache styles if I want. But I keep it natural.
Yeah, extra bushy. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
I rocked that for a while. It looks
sure.
real nice.
But the game told me though that my facial hair won't grow any longer unless I get beard oil. So I think I'm stuck at a 6 or 7 until I get that oil,
Where
bro.
do we find? Oh, I didn't even know that. I wasn't paying attention. I gotta go get me some beard oil right now.
Dude,
so
I know.
the story, there's tied to a morality system. There are
Super
actual
interesting.
slightly different endings. So there's like, classic, since like Knights of the Old Republic 2 or 1, or like classic like from Fable or Knights of the Old Republic, or a lot of games have done it. But you have this morality system, good, bad. People react to you differently. I believe different beats of the story play out. I'm such a weenie. I can never be a bad guy in a video game.
Dude, I'm the same way.
I'm such a weenie. It's like, do you want to it'll be stuff like, do you want to cave this dude's skull in or just let him go? I'll be, I'll just let him go. There's no reason for that. Or like, we talked because I accidentally, you beat this guy up. We'll get back to that. But you beat people up for money occasionally on some debts. For fucking Henner Strauss, a little sleaze bag.
Dude, those are fetch missions and they bug me. But whatever.
We can get into those in a bit. But anyway, I was just like, this guy was kind of a wiener. I just want to punch him one more time. And then Arthur just takes his head and bashes it against the wall and just murders this man. I was like, well, that was a bit much.
Right.
But yeah, you can have different.
The morality
The ending is about the same, but how it plays out is different on the morality. The morality is hilarious. We'll get into that when we kind of break down what we love and hate. But
encourages it's Arthur's a very torn protagonist, right? Like,
yeah.
So he's an evil person. It's like the whole like Scarface deal where it's like you're rooting for this dude, but he's a bad person, right?
Well, kind of. Like, you're also like social justice warrior #1 out there.
I do like that about that because there's a bunch of fucking racists.
A bunch of racists. But then you're just like, you can always do things to get like, let's just get into the best part of the game when you can blow up the clan.
Dude, I haven't found that part yet.
You got to ride around the roads.
I heard so many good stories about this.
You'll catch a clan meeting and you can like chuck some dynamite in there and it'll like make your morality go up for murdering the clan. Or like, there's this one time 2 dudes were trying to put up a cross and I was sitting there plotting like, how am I going to murder these clan members? Yeah. And then the cross fell on them and killed them and just left their boss like, oh shit. And then like, you'll see stuff like that in the game. Like a dude's just like trying to get his horse to move and then they'll get like donkey kicked in the face and die. You ever caught that?
Wait, when what happens?
Yeah, like you're just going on the road and like those little events that pop up.
Yeah.
And you'll just see a guy and he's like trying to like get his horse to move and all of a sudden the horse will just kick him in the head.
Okay, yeah.
And then the dude just slumps over and you're just like, oh my God.
That's happened to me as a character. Like I'll go up to a horse and I'll like try and pat it and it'll just kick you and kill you and you're like, oh, well, great.
Yeah, there's some fun deaths in the game.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the game can, once again, be split into, like, there's definitely a dedicated story with story missions. It moves. You get run off the site because you're getting hunted down by the Pinkertons, which is a government agency, your rival gang, the O'Driscolls. And then throughout the story, not really a spoiler, you just continue to make more and more enemies. So it becomes more and more dangerous for you out there. And then the other part of the game is this is just like a super intense simulation. So like a simulation of the Wild West. So we're talking, I've spent hours, I'm not joking, I've spent hours this playthrough playing poker.
That's cool.
Fishing, hunting, doing dumb shit. The side missions
are fun too. They're like
curated.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is a huge difference from Red Dead Redemption 1. You could do a lot of that same stuff, but it's way more like tactful.
Okay.
And like, so for example, there's like bounties that get put on you. We can talk about that in a bit. But there's also like, you can go and hunt down. You can be a bounty hunter. In the old game, it's just like, find the person, bring them back, dead or alive. And in the new game, there's like always a little story attached. There's like some dialogue. So there's not as many, but they're way more intricate.
Right on.
So that's like super gnarly.
Yeah, this has been an interesting playthrough for me because I love the immersion of this game. And like you're saying, like just putting mad hours into fishing. Like I was trying to plow through the storyline just to like, there's a part of me that was like, I was like, maybe I can beat this game in a month, but I didn't.
We're at the same point, and I played like substantially more, so you can just like sink so much time into whatever you want.
Right. Well, that's just it. So it's like, we're talking about like growing out your facial hair, dude. It's like if my hair gets too long, I'll go to a barber and I get that shit trimmed up. Like
Get some hair pomade in there, dude.
I got my outfit on point. You can
love the outfits.
You can customize your weapons. So like I always like going to like get the weapons all like jacked up.
All of my weapons are gold trimmed. All the metal is all gold. I'm such a diva, and I can't stop doing it.
You told me that, and I was like, I'm already growing the mustache because Luke said that was tight. And then I was like, I can't just like make gold guns off like because Luke's doing that. And then I was like, I'm gonna make a silver gun. But the silver is like, it's not as nice as the gold.
Looks like, no. So you get all gold on your pistols. You get the pearl handles.
Yeah, dude, I was doing that last night. Dude, and you can do like engravings if you want.
Yeah,
some
like
cheesy,
an eagle engraving on the butt of my shotgun looks so sick, bro.
Dude, and the leather holster things that they got for him too. He's looking
accessories
sexy cowboy.
Galore. The game has so many systems. It's actually nauseating. When you told me, when you were like, when you even told me about the thing about the mission rankings, I was like, what?
Right.
Because I didn't pay attention to that. And I was like, every time you go in, there's like so much more you could do if you wanted. So if you're into that, the nitty gritty goes so deep.
Dude, it's nuts. And it's like, so like, I wanted to plow through the story, but I also was torn because I wanted to just like go hunt or like just ride around on my horse.
Steal some wagons.
What's the name of your horse, bro?
We got T Swift because it's a golden horse. Yep.
Right.
And we had what was the first one was Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember why. And then the most recent one is Lady.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Missed opportunity, man. Like I have not named a horse Roach yet, and it's kind of
The Witcher for those unindoctrinated.
It bugs me. But here's why though, dude. So early in the game, you get I don't remember exactly how it works, but you end up with a horse, and it's like a small whatever horse. It's fine.
Yeah. And
then the missions kind of push you in the direction of getting like a big workhorse. I forget what they call them, but it's like basically like the big Clydesdale type horse.
Sure.
But I was on this mission with my regular horse, and I can't remember that one's name because I've just been rocking one horse this whole playthrough, dude.
Missed opportunity.
But
higher end horses out there, bro.
Dude, but here's the deal. So her name is Zenyatta, which is named after a famous racing horse. But
someone Googled cool horse names
because it's a racing. The class of horse is a racing horse.
Sure.
So I like looked up like
Seabiscuit was basic and shit, bro.
Right. So I went with Zenyatta, but which I don't actually know anything about other than the name is
like
cool.
You misspelled Zendaya, but continue.
Right.
Cool horse name,
but dude, but this horse's stats are fucking. They're good, man. It's like so it's a racing horse with good ass stats. I found it early in the game because it's one of those side mission things where I was like helping some dude or like supposed to help some dude, but this game can be kind of like I don't even like it can be finicky sometimes, right? Especially if you're horse riding.
It gets a little buggy from time to time.
And this isn't necessarily buggy, but like I ran him over by accident.
That'll happen.
I helped the dude, but then I accidentally killed him.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
So then like whatever was supposed to happen with that, I don't know, but then I like looked at the horse that he had. And it was like a dope horse. And I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to steal this dude's horse. And my morality went down a little bit or whatever. But the horse, Zenyatta, fucking dope.
And the morality system's just so funny because, like, random murder, it's going to put it down.
Right.
But what puts it up? Running through town and going, hey there, mister. Hi there.
It's true.
Oh, more in there, mister.
You get...
Ma'am. Then it'll go up or, like, releasing fish. So it's like, you can kill 10 people and that's bad. But if you release like 10 fish, we're about equal.
This is, the yin and the yang, bro.
He is a monster of a man, but fuck, does he chop firewood for his camp?
Oh, man.
It's like...
you can also get...
it's foolish.
You get big morality boosts for when you're just like running around the map or whatever, and there's it'll be a little blip on the radar if you like hear something going on and someone like is pinned down by their horse or something happens to them, or if they're like got a snake bite or some shit.
You literally free the same guy from that. He'll be like, I can't believe it happened again. And Arthur just goes, again? You can suck out the venom or just give him some health cure.
Yeah,
you always have enough health cure.
Dude. So like you get big old boosts from that stuff, morality boosts, which is cool. I mean, it's also like super distracting because I'll be like trying to plow through to a mission, then it'll be like, but look at this thing, you could do the side, which I appreciate.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, am I gonna turn around to do this? And it's like, yep.
Yeah.
But just now when I was playing this morning, I just wanted to figure out what was going on. Mm-hmm. And I got a morality taken away because I didn't get in the way, and this dude just shot this lady, and I was like, well, I didn't know what was going on. I was just trying to figure it out.
I was like, come on.
But yeah, I mean, these random encounters are like, sometimes they're very basic and you can kind of tell there's just like a set of them. So like, someone will be like, I need help with my wagon. And you're like, oh, I'll help. And then all of a sudden you're getting ambushed, which is really cool. But like, you run into it a few times. But sometimes like, I don't know how much you fucked around with like the northeast of the map.
Not
near
too
the
much,
river.
I don't think.
The game's storyline rarely brings you up there, or at
Okay.
least not until the way later chapters. So it's just kind of like on your own. You can find yourself there.
I did some big hunting up there, I think.
Yeah, no, and there's some sick hunting up there. And fishing. But anyway, I digress. So I was up in the northeast, and it was really cool because there's just this dude hanging from a tree, and I like go to investigate, and all of a sudden these like inbred hick gang like attacks me like it was just a trap, and it's like you run into like little things like that.
Sure.
Also, we got to get this out of the way. Arthur Morgan, an artful man who will sketch and thoughtfully write in his journal from time to time.
I'm so glad you brought that up, dude. The journaling system in this is so cool. And they drive the story with that, too, a little bit. But
I don't read it, but I occasionally flip through it for his little sketches.
The
and
sketches
it's pretty
are phenomenal.
Dope. I'm like, this is a very strange man. He keeps a fine mustache.
Dude, some of the NPCs...
Very fashionable, very polite, and also a murderous wretch of a human.
Some of the NPCs in camp will comment on the journal, too. They'll be like, what's in that journal, Arthur? Or
Whoa,
like,
boy, would I like to see what you'd be writing in that journal.
And it's cool. So like when you do side missions, whatever, like he does little updates, and a lot of times, like if you go to sleep in camp, you'll wake up and it'll be like new journal entry, and then if you want, you can check it out, and it's cool. There's like usually a little sketch there, and there's like Arthur's little story about the experience.
Yeah.
It's a cool like mechanic.
Yeah. So like just that simulation of this game is so deep, and then sometimes the simulation and the storytelling like definitely blend. Like there's a way they lead you into new mission types or new side quest types. So for example, you meet this character Trelawney. He teaches you how to like start getting stagecoach robbery tips.
Oh yeah.
So that's like a newer system that gets introduced later in the game. But my favorite is early on in the game, you go drinking with Lenny. Lenny! Lenny! And you just get blackout drunk with
that
Lenny.
mission was fun.
And you run out of town, and they leave you in the middle of fucking nowhere. You wake up from blacking out under a tree, and you're like, what in the hell?
There's different outcomes to that mission.
Never knew.
Yeah, so you can, it depends on like, I don't know. There's certain things you can do, but you can end up in jail or you can end up not in jail. And like, so I think, so it's not you. So I went to jail that night.
Oh, really?
For something, like some decisions I made, like we ended up in jail.
I had no idea. That's cool because I thought it was cool because you're right next to this mission. So you're so far from camp. You don't have your horse. So I'm like, I am not going to run all the way to camp. I might as well just do this mission.
Sure.
And what the mission is the mission that teaches you how to play poker.
Yeah.
For your drunken priest friend who stumbles out and they're like, someone needs to play, like he's got money and like we need to finish his game. So I like go in there, and the first time I played the game I hated all the side quests. I didn't hate it, but I like was more into the story and like was like, I'm not gonna sit here and play poker.
Sure.
But this time around is an entirely different experience. So I just love the idea that I'm just some blackout that stumbled up from under a tree and then just like slumped into this poker game. I probably smell like piss. And then I just took him. I like this time around I let the game breathe a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still did a lot of nonsense the first time I played it, but this time I definitely was way into the nitty gritty. So I took them for all their money, and I spent like an hour or two, and I just got like $17, and I was like, "That's fucking right, fucking right."
Dude. They have high stakes poker later in the game, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any other thoughts. I can get into some of my gripes.
No, let's hit the gripes, dude.
We'll get to my favorite things after the gripes. So some things I don't love. Kind of goofed around about how the morality system sucks. It's a little goofy. Sometimes it's fine, but it's also like you catch and release fish, good guy. You murder someone, bad guy. A little silly.
The bumps you get to they seem so extreme. Like sometimes they're really little, and then you'll take like a huge whack to your morality for doing something stupid.
The story, although good, is fairly criticized for kind of dragging on and having some weird pacing issues. But we can get into that in a later pod when you finish. And one thing I really don't like. Some of the most fun I had was in the beginning of the game when money was sparse.
Dude, that's cool. You had fun with that. I thought it was.
It was cool because then it encouraged me to do like all like the money's weird because like if you rob someone you get like $2 off of them max, but you can sell some of their valuables.
Dude, I'd be selling watches. I'd be selling belt buckles.
All sorts of stuff. I don't know how you'd be carrying all that on them, but
dude, I hate the inventory system in this game.
It's a little whack.
That's a gripe that I have.
Right. But then like. There's like cool stuff like polishing your guns and like getting all that stuff in the different outfits. I used to blow all my money, so I was incentivized to rob some stagecoaches, hold up some cashiers, like fun stuff like that. There's a mission where you rob a bank, which is a sick mission.
I think I've done that one.
I'm assuming you
make a
did
shit
it
ton
where
of
you,
money.
yeah, where you did it quietly.
No, dude, I blew that up.
You
with
blew
dynamite.
it up?
Yeah.
Oh, see, so the game, once again, back into the cools, these mission diversity is pretty sick. You just blew it up, huh?
Yeah, I set dynamite on each single one, blew the fuck up there, and then.
Do you know how much money you got?
Dude, maybe $5,000 or something like that.
For just yourself?
I don't remember for sure. Maybe $2,000 for myself.
Oh, maybe there's not a huge, because that's around, I think I got a little bit more, but I did the silent way, and you still got to shoot your way out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
why not blow it up?
I thought it was really cool. I don't know.
Cool. It is cool.
But like after that mission, it was sick to have all the money you want. There's like different camp upgrades you can have.
Dude, that's so funny you bring up this mission because I recently played.
Now you're out of money. Now you're out of things to spend the money on. So I've just like fluctuated around $2,000 ever since. And
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
Like, now when I want to like just like dick around for a few hours and do some petty crimes, it's like, what's the point of this? I have all the money I need.
I pimped out my campsite after that as well.
Yeah, I had already done all that too. So like, because I had played the intro to this game for so long, like that opening chapter, I was just stuck there for fun. I actually kind of wish they opened up more of the game sooner because I was not interested in the story, so I really just wanted to go about it. But
sure,
a weird gripe, I guess. But
I will say, and I've talked to some folks about this, the thing about this is an open world game, but it closes out sections of the world to you. There's actually a workaround after you do, like, I don't remember what mission it is, but you can access cheats after this mission.
Oh,
I was reading about this, and that you can put a cheat in that unlocks the whole map for you. So like you can access the whole map via cheating.
yeah.
but otherwise it doesn't open up areas in the map. So it's like, whereas Skyrim, you can go wherever you want basically right away, right? So for some open world folks, like there's a preference out there for some that prefer having that freedom of going wherever, and they don't like the fact that this game closes off areas of the map to you until you progress to a certain thing. And for me, I'm like, it doesn't really bother me.
Most of the map, they let you free reign and you can go there. Like I got into Saint Denis really early just because I knew where it was and I just wanted to. I don't remember what my motivation was, but there's like a whole area.
Saint Denis, it's for the story, it's interesting, right? So you roll in there, and your whole gang is very, they have this idea of the American West and living free and everything. So it's really interesting because Saint Denis is the first like big city that you go to.
Yeah,
and it's kind of cool, but it's funny because like the cutscenes and stuff, it looks dirty and ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
very
it's
industrial.
Cool, but yeah, so
very
it's like
coal burning,
right? And I guess that's the time, man. That's probably. I mean, that's probably. We don't have the same. I mean, cities are still gross, but I love cities. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that same. Like,
it's some nice environmental.
I can see why these folks who like have this idea of living free in the West like are very put off by these nasty cities. Which and similar to Red Dead 1, there's this underlying theme of like basically America being taken over and just being forced into this society.
But you can't get into Blackwater or like the quote-unquote Mexico areas until I think after the game, like main storyline is done.
Yeah, so the epilogue parts?
Yeah, so like I wish in hindsight, because like this time around I have enjoyed the story, but like since I've already done it, it's very much the whole time. Like I know how I feel about different characters, let's just put it that way. Whereas I would very much love to just like do all of the goofy stuff that I've focused on, and I really wish they let you like just start in the prologue area.
Sure.
So, or epilogue or prologue?
Epilogue, I suppose.
Okay, but yeah, would have loved that. But I mean, it's tight. Any other gripes before we move on to the bitch and stuff?
It's like the only thing that bugs me sometimes, and it's really
running into a tree with your horse.
Yeah, how'd you know I was going to say that?
10 minutes to get back on the horse.
How'd you know I was going to say that?
Oh, because I was like, how can I not complain about this? Like,
dude, but it's so true. And it's partially my fault because like I'll just
ride full speed through a forest.
Yeah, exactly. But then you like I don't know, or you like jump off a cliff that's maybe a little too high, and then it's just funny because it's like the very like Rockstar esque deal where your like character turns into a ragdoll and just dies and like bounces around, dies or whatever. And it's not that big a deal. It's just like, I don't know. It's just weird animation. It's like certain things will trigger that like tree bump or whatever. But it's also my fault. I could be staying on the road, so it's not like a real
yeah.
thing,
But it takes so long to get back up on your horse, and you're just like if you're getting chased. Have you ever randomly been killed like by an assault? Like an ambush?
Yeah.
I've been recently. Like they had a whole like Gatling gun on me, like in the back of a wagon,
like one of the rival gang or whatever. Or
yeah,
like that kind of
I think if you like hit, so there's the Lemoyne Raiders who are definitely like some former Confederate soldiers. That's like the very thin line they paint for you there. I love killing them too. That's great. One time, you ever have someone just randomly threaten you in town so you can fist fight them?
Yeah.
I beat up and murdered 3 Lemoyne riders with my
Nice.
bare fists, and that was sick. Loved that.
Dude.
Love burning down the clan.
Dude, that's just it. There's so much of this game, dude.
So
like
much.
we're already into this quite a bit, and we've barely even scraped the surface. And you know what? Like, it's dope. Yeah, you know, if anybody's like on the, if you're waiting for that mythical next gen update, sure, maybe that's your opportunity. But you know, if you've been curious about Red Dead Redemption 2 and you haven't played yet, get at it.
Yeah, some more favorite stuffs now though. What's your favorite gun? What's your fight style?
So that switches around a little bit. So I really like the repeaters though.
Really?
Yeah, the rifles.
Nah, those are boring.
They're good. They're good for long distance. Hey, I'm not done. I've been coming in to my shotgun, my pump action shotgun is fucking beefy, dude. And then there's so those I use those a lot, and then if I'm looking to spice things up a little bit, I'll go with my revolvers. But I've also got I can't remember what they're called. I just bought a new one the other night. That's pretty nice. But it's a nice mix, dude. Like I don't have like favorites. I'm not super into the big like bolt action rifles or whatever. They're fine.
Oh, I like those. Those are my favorites.
I feel like I feel like the thing is they're all the guns have different flavor to them, and they're all like can be used for different like reasons, right? So like I feel like if I had more time, which I do obviously to now, but if I wasn't trying to like progress in the storyline, like I would probably like spend more time like out in the woods, scoping people out, that kind of thing, on certain things. But I was trying to push through the story. So
shotgun is sick though,
dude. It is pretty cool,
and the bolt action's cool, and like all the guns are cool. You're right, but
yeah. And you can, I think you mentioned it earlier, but like the cleaning. So after you use them for a while, like they start to deteriorate a little bit. So you got to make sure to clean them, and the upgrades like make them better. It's
bullet types.
It's kind of the bullet types kind of interesting too, and you can do crafting to like upgrade those, or you just buy them. But those are kind of fun too. Like I was playing this one mission, and I had recently crafted a bunch of my bullets into the explosive ones.
Nice.
So I was like taking people down, but they like explode while I hit them. I was like, dang, those are badass.
Have you found any special weapons?
Yeah, so I was early on. I got into a little side mission where I was taking down the
Civil War knife.
No, I haven't got that.
Okay. I was trying to guess.
No, I was taking down the gunslingers for the dude, the author. There's this author that's writing a story about this gunslinger. That
I only did the first one. You did a bunch of those?
I did a bunch. I didn't finish them. Like I haven't gone back to
Forgot where to access.
because you're supposed to take pictures of like the folks, but the stories themselves are fun. Like each of the different gunslingers that you track down, it's like a little side story mission that goes with it.
Very curated,
super cool,
beautifully curated experience.
And you can, for the ones that you kill, you can acquire their guns. And that's kind of fun, like to take the famous, you can take the famous gunslinger guns. And they're pretty good. I used one of them for a while. The Cattleman revolver is like one that I like bought or acquired at some point, and with the upgrades, it ends up being a pretty darn good gun. But yeah, no. So as far as okay, this is the thing with that question in the inventory. Like I don't know, I've probably passed on some pretty nice items because you can only carry so many guns at once, and you have to. So like if you find something out in the wild and you have already using all of your gun, and if you're using all your gun slots, you have the choice to like swap.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, I'm running around with the guns that I like, so like I don't want to swap for it.
Too, because sometimes they don't let you choose the gun that you're using in the mission. They just like have it for you. So sometimes it's like, that's kind of weird. I had equipped, so they have some funky stuff with that.
We don't have to get in the weeds, but like the inventory management on this thing is fucking garbage. I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to it, but it's not cool.
You don't like smoking cigarettes,
dude? I do though.
And cigars.
But getting to them, that was annoying because you have to hold R1 or whatever, and then you got to use the joysticks to move over. You got to like rifle through with the trigger buttons to get to your cigarettes or cigar. And it's like if there was a more streamlined way, I think that would be cooler. I don't really know what it is. You do like the one puff in it, but it's a cool animation, right? It's like he lights it, puffs it, throws it, and like that whole. I wish like sometimes it depends on like how immersive I'm feeling. Like I would like to just like puff on a cigar for like 5 minutes next to the fire.
Yeah,
but
I'm a little bummed that every time he drinks something, he just smashes the bottle next to him. Some strong Don Draper energy of just chucking his trash anywhere he pleases.
Oh, that's just fun.
I have like a pirate sword.
Oh, do you?
That I found like in a
rapier.
Kind of. I found it like stuck into a boat like out in the swampy marsh. So the game like does really cool stuff where you just like, I stumbled into this house in like the Northwest, let's just say, and I think it's like some gang. Like the grandma's like, "Oh, like, are you here for the delivery or the pickup? Like it's about time you showed up." And you're like, "Yeah." And you go into the basement and you find like a semi-auto shotgun really early before it's like unlocked. and it's like a special one, and that's really cool. My actual favorite whole thing in this whole game is the illicit side businesses and how you can rob them.
Yeah.
So they usually have like a special item that you can steal from the person. So like a question mark or an exclamation point will appear, and basically people have these like illicit side businesses. So like there's one dude in a town, he's like a moonshiner in his basement. You can peep in the window.
I've only done one of these so far. I want to do more.
Oh, they're so cool. And you do these like high stakes robberies that don't always go cleanly. There's the infamous one in the first town. It's a Strawberry Valentine. It's Valentine.
Valentine, yeah.
And it's like the doctor's office right next to the sheriff's office. There's an illegal operation in the back of it. So you rob it, and there's no way to... There's like a super elaborate way to not get caught. But
really?
Truly...
Yeah, I had to shoot my way out of that one.
No,
for sure.
you generally end up shooting your way. But how clean you do it... Like, this is my second time playing the game, so I like knew all the ins and outs of that one. So I was way cleaner than when I did it the first time around. So I had like a $10 bounty and like came out with a lot more. But like, yeah, those are my absolute favorites. You got to do the one in Rhodes, man.
I will. Now that
anyone listening, there's a very suspect encounter with the gun shop owner.
But can I do it? Well, all right, cool. I'll check it out. I've got a couple queued because when you run into folks, like if you like free someone that's being like taken to, I don't know, the sheriff or whatever for some bounty or whatever,
or you save someone, they'll
give you a tip, right? Yeah. So I've been collecting a couple tips, so I've got some lined up, but I've been pushing through the storyline.
The game pushes you in a cool way to find those moments, and sometimes in the storyline they literally address them.
Yeah.
So like,
it's so immersive, dude. It's super
cool. The weird thing that happens in Road, I'm walking with Dutch through Rhodes, and he's just like, "Did you hear about blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Trust me, I did." So that's like my absolute favorite thing in the game. And what I love the most this time around, fishing.
Dude,
legendary animal and legendary fish hunting.
Yeah, I do. I haven't done a bunch of fishing yet. I've done a little bit of legendary hunting, and those are all super fun little side quest stuff.
Just vibes too. Like early in the game, that's how I was getting my money, just hunting and fishing, and like you can get special garments. That's why Alex is trying to brag about his fit, so I hit him with the legendary buffalo chaps and like just the goofiest over the top outfit I could put together. But it's sick, dude.
Cool, man. Any final thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2?
It's all right. It's all right. Easy there. He cut me off. He's like, "You're gonna rant forever and ever about this game." I think it's dope. I think the second time around is better. You can spend an hour fishing for no good reason other than you vibing and you stressed. It's dope.
I love it, dude. It's been a great game. I would highly recommend. And with that, let's take a little break and hear from our unsanctioned sponsor.
Well, all right.
You better get your fucking energy up, bro, because we're about to do some cocaine. Unsanctioned sponsor, cocaine energy drink.
Energy drink.
Coming in hot, really hot, spicy hot, because not only are we doing cocaine, we're doing spicy cocaine, bro.
Because, like, capitalism and why. Like, who asked for this?
So we got this can here. What do we got? 12 fluid ounces cocaine.
Spicy. Right. That's how it works, cocaine. Kids. That's how it works.
Naturally flavored spicy cocaine. So we've got some taurine, some L-carnitine. I don't know how to say these things. D-ribose.
All legal, mind you.
Yeah, we hope so. Actually, I hope not. Who cares? Energy level. I've got three and a half
bowls. Steers.
3.5 steers as the energy level on the cocaine.
Obvious metric.
That. There's a warning. This message is for the people who are too stupid to recognize the obvious. This product does not contain the drug cocaine.
Edgy.
Duh.
Wow. Yeah.
This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. And anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot.
Although if you drink this instead of doing cocaine, we do sponsor that. So,
that's hilarious. This is actually the first time that I've read this warning.
Right.
Respect.
We do sponsor substituting this for your real cocaine.
Yeah, right. Although I will say that the cocaine font looks like,
lined up, curved around cocaine.
Yeah, they're going for something.
Someone in the marketing department has clearly done cocaine before.
Right. Well, anyways, let's get at this fucking shit, dude. Cocaine.
That's what it sounds like. Oh boy.
So why is cocaine the unsanctioned sponsor of the month?
I did not expect this to be like a pinkish hue.
Ooh, yeah,
like a dragon fruit color. That's what I'm talking about.
It's got an aroma too. We'll talk about that shortly. Well, anyways, there's a podcast out there called Big Drink Energy Podcast. Cool stuff, fun stuff. But the dudes on there, they, as you may have guessed, BDE Pod on the Twitter, They review cocaine. I mean, they review energy drinks. And they put out a tweet a while back with a picture of their stash. The fella was like, "Hey, here's the deal. I'm not really moved by any of these. Which one should I bring to work tomorrow?" And then, Twitter being what Twitter is, one of the homies from the Pixel Project Radio responded saying that he heard that cocaine is foul but effective and wanted to know if that was true. So the folks at BDE decided to grace us with a video the next day of one of them drinking cocaine,
snorting lines
on the job,
liquid cocaine.
And I will say that I did chime into this little Twitter back and forth as well with a Jack Nicklaus gift with the "do it" nod from what would that
Shia
be?
LaBeouf?
No. But
oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
from anger management. So it's like that, very
nodding.
like mischievous, like let's do the cocaine, bud.
The "just do it" thing got me a little thrown off. I was like, Shia LaBeouf's probably done cocaine too.
Oh,
but
man.
moving forward,
Right. But I was so moved by this. I was like, this is so funny. I just thought the whole thing was fucking funny. And I was telling my wife about it, and she's like, dude, Alex, you're like terrible. You're like peer pressuring this person into doing cocaine. I was like, well, it's not like real cocaine. And he already bought it. It's an energy drink.
I'm sure it was good content.
He was ready to go, and it's for the content, baby.
Do it for the
whatever.
content.
But then I was like, you know what? I did well, fuck it. Here's the deal. I'll do cocaine in solidarity with the BDE
Energy
pod.
drink. Legally disclaiming energy drink.
So I got a hold of some cocaine on
Energy
eBay,
drink.
on the black market.
Energy drink.
But here's the deal how I went about that. I was like, I'll do some of this spicy cocaine energy drink. Actually, it's not even an energy drink, dude. It's a high caffeine energy supplement. Here,
Sure.
Take a look at that can. There you
Sure.
go. Nice red can, nice spicy looking can.
Naturally flavored, by the way.
But so
But
I hit
obviously not with cocaine.
no, that would be dumb.
No, they put baby powder in.
But so I found someone was selling this shit in New Mexico, $5 shipping, and they wanted like $12 for one single can of
You're
cocaine.
gonna get into the nitty gritty of this high stakes
Dude,
negotiations.
I tell you what. So I was like, I'll put $3 in, like a $3 bid, and see what happens. Declined. They're like, well, you can have it for $11.75. I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, you're going to save me $1.25. I don't like it. And then a couple days went by, and then I was like, okay, $6. $6 for the content plus $5 shipping. I'm going to do that. And they declined that. I think the highest I went was like $7. They declined it, and then they offered like $9, and I was like, I'll give you $6 because I was upset that they
They cut it with water, though.
No, that was fresh. That was
Stepped
fresh.
on
I don't
it.
know. This might be expired though. Who knows?
No, it's not. I checked.
Oh, what's
That
our
was
date?
Just a cocaine joke. That's all.
Right on.
Cut it with water. That's
I
all.
get it.
Yeah, see what I did there.
But
I've
yeah.
watched movies.
But then they accepted. They're finally like, no one else is trying to buy this cocaine off of us except for this weirdo. So let's just give it to him. And now I have it. It's been chilling in the fridge, and now I've got it in front of us in these nice little lowball glasses. This is like, how cocaine people do with like, dollar bills, fancy if you got 100. And then you got those people that are really into cocaine that got like weird cocaine tools. Well, this is the first time I'm pretty sure that the cocaine energy drink has been put into a nice little lowball for two brothers to sip on and, have a good time.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Cheers, bud. Let's check this out.
Oh, get that clank. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh, tangy.
The spiciness is weird.
Ooh, spicy.
Let's get that out of the way.
That cayenne.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. It's
Not as bad as I had feared.
it's
It's
a syrupy, a little syrupy.
Yeah.
How's that spice? I'm gonna hit that one more time.
Shouts out to my bowels.
I feel like years are coming off of my life right now.
When you like smell it, you get a little bit of that like tickly nose feeling from like the spiciness. So that's interesting. Makes me want to sneeze.
Ooh,
Is that a good energy drink? Makes you want to sneeze.
that's how you know you're alive, bro.
Chug it.
Oh yeah, we gotta take this down.
Fucking chug it, dog.
Ooh, cocaine.
Energy drink.
So, according to the BDE fellas, the Big Drink Energy Pod, cocaine is the 5th most caffeinated drink on the market. That's 3.5 times the amount of caffeine of Red Bull.
Yeesh.
I would say this tastes like, I don't know. It's got a really syrupy, tropical. It's like, what's that shit? Like the Hawaiian Punch.
It wishes
like-
it was Hawaiian
it's
Punch,
like-
dog.
dude, it's like-
Don't slander Hawaiian Punch's name.
For real.
Or I'm more of a Tahitian treat.
Yeah, well,
Continuing.
that's what I was maybe thinking about. A Tahitian
Yeah.
treat, Hawaiian Punch, that realm. Only it's definitely got that spicy kick to it, but it's weird. It's like a lingering spicy kick. It doesn't hit the way I normally would expect cayenne to hit.
It's like a melted sucker
Right.
that's been carbonated and put spicy,
Well,
whatever that means.
so the folks at BD, when they were describing the color of this, they said it looks like Dracula cum.
Interesting.
I see
Certainly
that a
not the
little bit.
viscosity I would assume his jizz is.
I would say it's not milky enough for that. You know, it's maybe ours is watered down. Maybe we got to talk to these folks that sold us our
Told
cocaine.
you it was cut.
Yeah.
Step down.
Some good bubbles going on in there. It is. It looks a lot like a red Jolly Rancher.
Fair.
That's
Maybe that's what I was just
melted
going for
and
this
chilled.
whole time. Yeah. Some carbonated Jolly Rancher juice
Let's
with
see what this
some
smells
spice.
The cinnamon. I feel like the cinnamon. Where's the cinnamon? It's supposed to be cayenne and cinnamon. Is cinnamon in there?
Cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you get the Mexican candies with the chili powder in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like doughs melted down.
So here's the deal. They also said that this was just god terrible. It's not that bad. It's whatever.
I suppose if you have high-end energy drink tastes, you would be better suited to let us know. But I also think Red Bull tastes like ass, so like I'm not.
Dude.
I think Red Bull is so overrated. It's got great branding, but we're not here for that. We're here to do energy drink cocaine.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. So years ago, I've lived many lives, and in one of my lives, I had to do overnights for this
I was
company.
like, where's this gonna go?
Yeah, it was a printing. So I worked for this printing company, and this long story short, I had to do overnights for a straight month, 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts or some bullshit. It was just terrible. But I had this crew out there, and to help motivate my crew and keep them awake through the night, we would get Monster energy drink. Dude, just also garbage. I also had I usually default to coffee. You guys know that, This is
with a pastry.
coffee, duh. But anyway, so I would run and I would like get the whole crew just a whole bunch of Monster. And one of the homies that I worked with, didn't matter if I was getting it for the crew or not, every night he had a Monster energy drink.
Yeah.
Right?
Energy drink people are energy drink people, for sure.
Dude.
Very habitual.
But this was like, because we were working nights, he wasn't like a normal energy drink person.
That was
Ooh, those
spicy.
cocaine burps.
That was a spicy burp right there.
But dude, anyway, so like he would drink one of these every night to get through the night, right? And dude, like halfway through the month, he started having like heart palpitations.
I bet.
And he was like, "Fuck, man, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, it's fucking with me."
Dang.
This is making me sweat a little bit, like not in like a spicy way, but like I feel like this.
I mean, it's 4.5 steers, bro. Or 3.5 steer logos, bro. That's crazy.
There's an interesting like purple hue to it. Maybe that's because it's a blue table. No, even like I don't know. The color is weird, man. This is not natural.
Just losing it.
This is not.
I'm a full throttle guy myself because we did the homecoming parade for the U of M when I was a child, and we were behind the full throttle truck. So the dudes gave me like 2 then and 4 to bring home. So I've been brand allegiance ever since. And the citrus tastes good. Shoot.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Cocaine.
Energy drink.
It's not spicy enough for me.
Really? That's what's missing from this equation for you?
What? Dude, it's spicy cocaine. I thought it'd be spicier. But
That's
it's
what
like,
you want more of.
Dude, but here's the deal. It's not spicy to my mouth or my throat, but it's starting to make me sweat. I don't know
There
what's
we
going
go.
on here. Maybe it's just because it's nice out here in Minnesota again.
Yeah. A little humid.
Right on.
All right.
Cocaine. That was cool. Peer pressure's bitch. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I love peer pressure. Let's fucking.
Worse, better than it could have been.
I would do more cocaine. But this is the
Energy
only one.
drink.
This is the only one I got.
Energy drink. It's a family podcast, sort of.
Unsanctioned sponsor. Cocaine Energy. Don't buy this at home. Don't buy this for your home. But it's fun.
Buy this as a fun novelty, and I cannot imagine the other circumstance as to why not. Is that like their really long tagline?
Right.
Buy this as a fun novelty. Why else?
Oh, 12 ounce. I've had about.
He's crushing it.
Well, dude, I'm trying to get to the rest. I'm trying to continue on with our pod.
I'm sipping on it like a fine, shitty wine, and he's out here.
Dude, there's a lot of cayenne in here.
Yeah, there we go. It's gonna make you
see?
sneeze and cough. It's not like spicy, but it does like have a weird like. I take medicine for heartburn because I'm ancient.
Dude, that's another
But
thing.
also, this is like fuck your
Cough
omeprazole, dog. Unsanctioned sponsor. Also, omeprazole for when you drink spicy energy drinks.
Oh, man. Cocaine, high caffeine energy supplement.
Drink. Yep, energy supplement.
Right on. I can
Well,
feel
fun.
it. I can feel the taurine in my veins.
Let's do some fucking podcast.
Cool,
You want to
cool.
talk politics?
All right. Let's get back to it, bud. Cool.
All right. Yep.
Yo, what's up?
Nope.
Oh, man, I'm dying.
You just take a back seat there, dog. Deeply uncomfortable with the cocaine.
She gone.
Deeply uncomfortable with the cocaine energy drink spot.
Man. All the cocaine's gone.
Dude, when you
Give me some of your cocaine.
when you breathe in after you drink it, that's when the spice comes in. It's
Dude,
like the
that's
air
what I'm saying,
brings
the
in.
spice-
It's like it tickles.
Dude, the spice is not from drinking it. It's from like the
from it
surrounding
lingering.
area.
It's
Like,
from
dude,
it
that's
lingering.
when I was coughing. It wasn't because the fucking liquid was in my mouth. It's because like whatever the bubbles were.
Whatever.
I don't know what's going on, man. This
man,
shit is weird.
This man sends back McChickens to McDonald's because he's like, there was too much black pepper on that McChicken.
Get out of
it
here! I
was
love
spicy.
spice. Spice is delicious.
Yeah, you can handle more than me.
Cool. All right.
right.
Unsafe sponsored. Over.
Yeah, and yeah, oh yeah, that was interesting. No, I would never willingly buy that
No.
outside of that moment. So I guess I get what they're saying as far as like if you were like recommending outside of the novelty of it, I just cannot imagine putting any money towards that company.
Cheers to you guys over at Take Drink Energy. Fucking
Well, I just figured you'd cut this,
Cocaine.
but sure.
all right, man. Let's get at it. Let's do our shit. You gotta finish your cocaine though.
Yeah, I
Can't just leave cocaine on the table. Make people get antsy and jealous. You want to go to the bathroom by yourself for a little bit? Sip the rest of that cocaine?
Might have some poop, just like. That's how you know it's real, boys.
Ooh, boy. That cocaine. All right. You been side questing, bud?
Energy drink.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I've played so much of Red Dead. It's literally been the only game I've played.
Dude, your side quest is straight fishing.
Yeah, my
Straight
side
Red
quest
Dead
is
fishing.
just Red Dead fishing.
It looks like I'm just going to keep talking about Red Dead.
Yeah, I was just like, he cut me short because I was just going to keep talking about Red Dead. So I will say that, one, check out the Discord. Let's get this book club Discord popping. Been reading Lord of the Rings. That's tight.
I hope you all read. Oh, you mean the actual book club? Not like...
No, just the Discord book chat.
Yeah.
So I've been reading the Lord of the Rings. That's been picking up.
Dude, the other
Turns out it's a good book.
Yeah, I was going to say the other day we were chatting. You said that you were like not super digging it, and I was like, oh, that's a bummer because
It can be a tough read at times.
Sure.
And then like
Tolkien gets a lot of like one of the biggest. When I first read that series was back in high school, and I remember talking to my librarian and like my grade school librarian when I went back to visit, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like it's." I just have a distinct memory of her telling me that like it's super wordy and Tolkien like takes too much liberties with his descriptions.
Yeah, and he gets
I
like
love that shit. I
deep
thought it was
into
so
his
cool.
lore, but like sometimes I'm like, I don't. And he loves to write shitty songs and poems in there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a nice moment for me to just skip a page.
Okay,
like,
fair.
I'm good on the poem for now.
Mind you, this is years and years ago for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that today, but at the time when I was reading it, it was so immersive for me. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I've been robbed a little bit of the imagination because I've seen the movies so
Right.
many times, but the extra details that don't make it to the movie are like found gold. It's a ton of fun.
Bombadil, bro.
Tom Bombadil was very disorienting and confusing, actually. And then in the Zelda manga series, which is cool, I had previously read Majora's Mask, which was meh, but still fun. And now I just finished OOT.
Okay.
Alex, when he reads it, he's going to have to reread the last chapter like 4 times because he can't defeat the final boss in one go anymore.
Get out of here.
But I really wish they would take more time and like tackle the dungeons. Because like one of the coolest thing is like within the Zelda 3D games, like the dungeons are like part of like they're almost a character of themselves.
Right.
And like
Interesting.
Link just busts in there and fights a boss, and I'm like, the boss is like sometimes like the cool finishing piece, but like how he gets over these obstacles is a lot of fun. So I wish that was represented in the manga. But yeah, there's my nerd side
Nice.
quest. Yeah.
Fishing in Red Dead,
And
reading
some
books.
Just vibing, bro.
I
Just
dig it,
settling
dude.
down and vibing.
I dig it. So I've been pretty immersed in Red Dead Redemption 2 myself, but and for the first part of the month, that was honestly the only game I was playing. We do have something in the works. We're cooking up a little something with the Pixel Project Radio boys. I believe the plan is to play Death's Door, which I finally got my physical copy. Oh, you hear that? Opening it, closing it.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Comes with a little instruction booklet. God, I miss these things.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I started playing that a little bit. I don't think we're gonna do. I think it's probably. I think we've lined up September is when we're gonna talk about that. So
Sure.
but super
game.
excited to talk with those fellas about the game. I know you've beat it. You highly recommended it to me, and I was like, I'm this collector boy, so I know it has a physical release coming, and I'm gonna get it. So you beat it and wanted to talk about it, and I was like, I don't know, that's just not gonna come, and it finally came. So
Fun game. Gorgeous. Gorgeous
dude,
art.
so far the art and the music in it are really fun. It took me a little bit to like get used to the mechanics a little bit, and I've only scraped the surface of this game.
Yeah, don't talk to me about that. I did that shit on a keyboard.
Yeah, I can't believe you
It was
did.
brutal.
I can't believe you did.
My pinky finger was sore.
Yeah, I've got the Switch version, and it's cool. I'm excited to really dive more into that game. One of my buddies, shout out to Tyler Peterson, that dude hit me up about Golf Gang. You know about Golf Gang? It's a Steam game, a little indie right now that's taking the world by fire. Check it out, dude. It's like $10, but also pretty cool. It's just like super arcadey fun, like mouse play with golf.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for a golf game.
Sure.
Go listen to our Mario Golf pod. Buy Mario Golf, play Mario Golf. That game needs more love.
I don't know if I re-listened to that one or got to it late, but it's actually funny because we talk about like the story and things that I have never returned to.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's almost hilarious how much the game has changed. And then plus like the very bare bones story to what the game's experience actually really is.
Sure.
So that was funny.
My other major side quest that I want to cover. Have you been watching Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
man.
all right, dude. When it's all released,
all right.
it's all right. Here's the deal, man.
Right. That's a good boy.
I've been excited for Obi-Wan to come out, and it is for me. Ooh boy, it's tight.
It's prime.
But here's the deal, man. I'm not gonna drop any spoilers, and it's not done yet. There's still a couple more episodes to be released, so it's totally fine. You haven't started because you can just binge it all if you'd like. But it's hitting the period of time after Return of the Jedi, but prior to the like sequels, I guess. But it's that time. Oh wait, no, I fucked that up. It's in between
I was like,
the
what?
prequels.
He dies in the first one, dog.
It's in
What?
between. It's in between the prequels and the main trilogy, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking Obi-Wan Kenobi, all sad and fucking on
Hermit
Tatooine,
style,
hermit
yeah.
style. But Darth Vader in his prime, dog. And I don't know if you've ever read the Darth Vader comics, but they are lit. Both the canon and the legends are dope.
Yeah.
Because Darth Vader is the like baddest dude in the galaxy, like at all. And Hayden Christensen, dude, there's a Hayden Christensen revival, and I'm here for it. People hated on Hayden Christensen in the prequels, but you know what? I think he was casted well, and I think that whiny little Anakin bitch was perfect. And now, dude, the Darth Vader we're getting in
Is
Obi-Wan.
that just because Kylo Ren was just so much more whinier and bitchier that, like,
Maybe.
in hindsight, it's like,
Maybe.
well, was he that bad?
All right. But I'm telling you what, man, I'm so excited for you and anybody listening to watch Obi-Wan if you are a big Darth Vader fan or Star Wars fan. But Darth Vader is so mean and bad in this, dude. It's great.
Isn't it tie into, like, it actually, like, makes lore of the, that Star Wars game, with the Ginger Jedi?
Oh, yeah. What one is Force Unleashed?
No,
that's a different one.
It's from the PS3.
It might. If it has not.
Fallen Order.
Oh, Fallen Order. I haven't played through all of Fallen Order yet.
So isn't that, doesn't this actually make Fallen Order canon?
It might.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Ginger Jedi. Let's go.
I think, yeah, they actually they announced a follow-up to that game, so I need to beat it so I can get to the follow-up when that comes.
Also, before we leave, Blitzball,
oh, dude,
the Final Fantasy X Classic, is officially Star Wars canon. Get
dog,
fucked.
I know, right? Is that in the comics or one of the books or something? Or what was the
believe
deal?
in
I read
one of
about
the
that, though.
books they reference playing Blitzball in
Dude.
some lake, and now it's like the book has been deemed official canon. Ergo,
Yeah.
Blitzball is official Star Wars canon, which
Dog.
is delightful.
People hate on Blitzball, but I
I
played
have
so much Blitzball
I
back
have
in the day.
intensely fond memories of Blitzball. Next month's pod, just Blitzball. Let's go.
I'm down, dude. I'm so down.
If you pick Final Fantasy X, I'd be so happy mad. I don't even know how I'd feel about that.
No, we're not going to do that. Maybe.
No.
Who knows? You never know.
You never know.
Well, thanks for listening, y'all. It's been a fun pod. Always a pleasure. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, slap a rating on us if you're listening on Spotify or Apple or Pod, whatever. If your podcatcher allows ratings and reviews, we would love one from you, the person who had made it this far.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
It's all right.
Well, about time we get out of here, Dutch.
Hey there, mister.
Hey there, mister. Oh, howdy there, mister. I just love how you can shoot up a town and then you can just say hi to 4 people and they're like, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what good people do. I lost track.
It's all that cocaine.
It's all the cocaine. Energy.
Energy drink. Yeah.